After 5 days of deliberation, a jury has found Peter Nygard guilty on 4 counts of sexual assault. The disgraced fashion mogul was also found not guilty on 1 count of forcible confinement and an additional charge of sexual assault. A therapist and survivor advocate for 4 of the women in this trial says post-verdict, emotions have been overwhelming.
They've known for years. They were the other one in the room that this happened to, that happened to them. So they've known of his guilt, but to actually hear those first guilty verdicts, and here in Toronto is it's just a very, very good shock.
4 years ago, Shannon Moroney says she contacted Toronto police with 2 women who accused Nygard of sexual assault. The same year, Nygard's son, Kai Bickle, who has since renounced his last name and inheritance, says he came forward to members of his father's business after he says he saw his father inappropriately touch a child.
It's not a good brand association to be the son of a monster. I've zero benefit from this other than knowing that one more child won't be affected, one more woman won't be affected.
Bickle had scathing words for Nygard's defense team following their cross-examination of the women.
They were called gold diggers by a lawyer who's lining his pockets to get this predator back on the streets. Who was the gold digger there?
Nygard's defense team says it's considering whether to appeal. The 82-year-old pleaded not guilty to all charges stemming from alleged incidents ranging from the 1980s to the mid-2000s in his Toronto headquarters. The Crown, meantime, is praising the bravery of the women who came forward.
This is a crime that typically happens in private and profoundly impacts human dignity. To stand up and recount those indignities in a public forum such as a courtroom is never easy and takes great courage.
That courage was for all survivors, said one of the women who Nygard was found guilty of sexually assaulting in a statement through Moroney.
We stood up not only for ourselves, but for everybody else and for every other survivor, and we share this guilty verdict with everyone, every woman and girl.
Nygard is expected back in court on November the 21st, where a date will be set for his sentencing. In downtown Toronto at the University Courthouse, Mackey, City News.